Wisdom Notes, Getting Your Edge Back. Hello, you all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, normally I do scripted 1-minute videos with my iPhone. Today I'm using my webcam. And the reason I haven't been using my webcam is the software that I use, for some reason, is not perfectly compatible with YouTube. And sometimes the audio will get like a blip in it, not always. And so I kind of reverted back to my 1-minute videos with my iPhone. And so today I'm coming to you with my webcam, and hopefully this is going to turn out well. Well, I wanted to talk about getting your edge back today, but first I wanted to say that I come on here, I have several different social media pages. I do lives on Facebook all the time, and I'm working at building my subscribership up here on this page on YouTube so that I can do lives over here. And I share my daily insights. I don't give advice. I'm not a problem solver. I just share my insights as they come to me. I scribble them down on Notepad, whether it's early in the morning hours or I'm out on my run. I record them and then come home and scribble them down. I call them scribble notes, and then I transfer them over to my hard drive and eventually into book form. And people say I'm like the medium who hears dead people, except I hear wisdom, and it constantly flows into me what I believe are my gifted insights and wisdom. And so I just share what I get, and they're about all kinds of subjects, and I get a lot of them in one day, and they can be about anything. And I do what I call speed wisdom over on my live pages, because I kind of go through just my notes, and it can be jump from one subject into another. But today I wanted to start out about talking about getting your edge back. And in my home, I've recently given my home its edge back. It used to be that there was a big sofa sitting behind me. Now this is my kitchen area. This is not a living room in here. And I had not a big sofa, it was a love seat, a big love seat. And I just put different furniture in here and rearranged it. I've been streamlining my home, organizing it, rearranging furniture in the wee hours of the morning and doing all that. And it has given my home a fresh, new edge to it. And just sometimes changing things around can give you your edge. And so I do that with my house. I do that with my habits. I do that with my routines. I do that with my relationships. You know, when we invest positive time and energy into our relationships, our finances, our health, often we will get our edge back in those areas. And so the thing about it is, if you've lost your edge, or if you feel like you've lost your edge and you want to get it back, you've got to be willing to put forth the energy. And a reason a lot of people lose their edge is not because they've gotten older or sick or other circumstances, but they just quit being willing to invest their time and energy and effort into keeping their edge. Our edge takes maintenance. It takes maintenance, and it takes energy, and it takes effort, and the willingness to keep our edge as well as make it happen. And so if you've lost your edge and you feel like you want to get it back, then you have to decide what your edge looks like and what you want to do and what you're willing to invest in order to make it happen. And like for me, I'm 62 years old. I get out and I do 5-mile run every day. I'm a vegan. I eat very healthy. And so I have my edge with my fitness, my routines, yet it takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort, and I have to do that every day. I don't recommend any particular diet or any particular lifestyle to anyone. I'm just saying that for me to keep my health the way it is and my looks and everything else, especially at my age, it takes effort, it takes energy, and so I'm willing to do that. On a lighter note, when I come on here, I talk about everything, anything and everything, and I never know what I'm going to talk about. It's unscripted, okay, unscripted. And today I have red hair. Now I'm a natural blonde. It's kind of a mousy blonde if I don't put color on it, but if I have color on it, it's like a platinum blonde, and you've all seen me with that. But I wanted to be a redhead today, so I'm a redhead. Never know. I've had every hair color imaginable, and they're fun. I like to mix things up and keep things interesting. Okay, so I hope you're all doing well out there, and I thank you for your support. and I am going to go through some of my notes, like I call it speed wisdom, because I share a little bit of everything and I jump from subject to subject. So this YouTube video is different than my normal 1-minute scripted ones, okay? And I hope it turns out well. I hope the audio comes out well and the video. And remember, I'm on other social media sites as well. I have a Facebook page, which is maxed out on my personal page. I have a public page, which has about 11,000 on. That's kind of my overflow page. And then I have YouTube, and then I have a couple other social media sites too, so if you want to follow along. But let me get my glasses on and my scribble notes here, as I call them. And like I said, when I'm out on my 5-mile run, I record them, and then I come home and I write them down. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I talked about getting your edge back. I talked about, you know, if someone doesn't respond, sometimes they're just busy. And other times they're just not interested. But we've got to know the difference, because some people are just busy, and if we catch up with them later, they may give us their time. You will not be a priority in everyone's life, and that's okay. I'm not a priority in everyone's life, just the right people. Let's see, truly successful people are often very determined and somewhat obsessed with their goals in a right, healthy way in order to achieve them. You know, great surgeons, in my opinion, don't become great surgeons by being moderate or being mediocre. They're very obsessed in learning how to become a great surgeon. So when we want to succeed at something, sometimes we have to be willing to make changes, make sacrifices, put forth the energy, and give total focus to what it is that we want. Authenticity is the foundation for success. I believe that the more we are in touch with our authentic self, the more we will discover the successes that will come right out of it. Start right where you are at to create your future. Our own unique life experiences and traits will create our future for us and will create our success. It's not trying to have someone else's traits and abilities. It's embracing our own unique traits and abilities. I always say arguing is bullying. And I don't argue, but I will discuss for a resolution. I don't discuss if there's not going to be a resolution in sight, but I will discuss something with someone for resolution. When you don't know who to trust, don't stop trusting the right people in your life. So often people do. They stop trusting the right people for their life when they quit trusting the wrong people. Okay. People who lack confidence often are misunderstood by people who have people who lack confidence often misunderstand those who have confidence. You know, I truly believe that we have to remember that confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is simply having the ability to believe in who you are and that what you are doing is right and sustainable. And arrogance is not confidence. Arrogance is simply insecurity trying to hide. Okay. All success stories almost always have failure behind it or in front of it. It's just life. You know, many people that you look at who are successful in life had many failures along the way. And even people who have achieved success often have failure, even during or after. It's just a part of the success process. There are people that are argumentative, and I always say quit arguing with argumentative people. Be willing to do the work to get your edge back. When we are older, we use our time differently than when we were younger. You know, when you're younger, you think life is endless. But as you get older, like at my age, you value time even more than money. And so I truly, truly believe that as we get older, we don't want to waste our time. We want to use our time wisely. You're not going to bond with everyone in life, okay? That's just the way it is. Sometimes we need to subtract rather than add, especially when we're clogging up our lives with too much stuff. Sometimes we've got to unclog it first before we can begin to put the right stuff into our lives, the right relationships, the right things, the right plans. When something doesn't work out for you anymore, sometimes you have to be willing to make the changes so that something will work out for you. I always say success is when you are able to move out of your desires, or out of your needs into your desires. You know, we all have needs. And when our needs are fulfilled, often that's when desires will appear. Desires are not something that we need, but they're something that we want. And I don't think we should ever feel ashamed for having desires of things that we want. And so if we are always feeling guilty because we desire, say, a new pair of shoes. Just because we have 10 pairs, we desire it. But if we are able to afford that 10th pair of shoe and it's not doing any damage anywhere else, then I don't think we should feel guilty for that. And I often believe that true success comes through our desires and not just through our needs. Okay. I'm going to try to do this without the glasses because I think there's some glare with the glasses. And let's see, if you step into a job, you are stepping in with a lot of different personalities. And I always believe in staying professional on a job. It kind of insulates you from everything else to a degree. And so many people go onto a job and they think, oh, I'm just going to hang out and be cool and make everybody my best friend. And in my opinion, that's not always the best way to go. I think staying professional on the job is the way to go. Let's see. I always say people who lead junky lives are unwilling to do the work to clean up their lives. Okay? When someone quits investing their time and energy into a relationship, into their dreams, into their plans, often that's when their dreams, their relationships, or anything else will begin to diminish and sometimes even disappear. We have to invest in the good things in our lives, including our dreams. Action creates our lives, not just thoughts. You know, thoughts not backed up with action really probably won't even have any kind of effect. It is our actions that create what we want, in my opinion. Sometimes in life, the best reaction is no reaction. We have to know when to react, how quickly to react, how to react, and when not to react in life. Make great use of your time. You know, I am a very busy person. I have 3 young adult kids. I have a husband. I have a very busy life, and I have a wonderful life, but I'm very, very maxed out. Not overloaded, but maxed out. I max my life out. You know, I do everything I can with every hour of my day. Last night I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning rearranging furniture, and but I made sure I got plenty of good sleep. And so the thing is that I max out my life and I don't waste any of my time in the day, but I do make sure that I get a great night's sleep. That's essential to part of my health program. Sometimes we have to empty out stuff that's clogging up our life, like I said. Sometimes we just clog our lives up with so much stuff and so many obligations and so many commitments and so many routines. And sometimes we have to streamline those and clean up our lives. Letting go is a process, and sometimes when we make a change, we have to let go. And it doesn't mean that what we're letting go of was bad in any way, but sometimes we don't have room for it anymore. There will always be people who will not like what you say or disagree. And being judgmental in life is a way that, you know, people can say that you're being judgmental when you're not being judgmental. You're just expressing an opinion. I always believe that true classic judgmentalism is when you have arrogance attached to it. And that's not a good thing. But expressing your opinion after you've assessed a situation, I don't call that being judgmental. Everything in life doesn't stay the same. Okay, life is always changing. And let's see, I don't know. I'm probably not going to share much else with you today, only because my family are all starting to come in the door and it's going to get noisy in the background. My husband just got home. And then my one son is here, and then my other two kids are going to be coming home. So we're going to make dinner, and I have a lot of things that I want to do today. But I wanted to get on here in a different way, a more natural way today on my YouTube video instead of the 1 minute scripted. And I come on with a different hair color every day. So this one's red today. You may see me with blonde, my own blonde tomorrow. Who knows? But anyhow, I hope you're all doing really, really well. And let me know if you like this longer version versus the scripted 1 minute, and I'll do more of them, and I will share more of my daily wisdom insights and notes, and share more little stories from my life and things like that. I love to do that. So I hope you're doing well. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you all soon. From my house to yours. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.